Hello everyone, you are welcome to Gaia Maths Hub, a fountain of mathematics knowledge. Today we are going to look at a UK past question on conditional probability. Okay, let's go straight to the question. In a village, if it rains on one day, the probability that it will rain on the next day is 0.8. If it does not rain on one day, the probability that it will rain on the next day is 0.6. A weather forecaster says there is a 70% chance that it will rain in the village on Monday. Work out an estimate for the probability that it will rain in the village on Wednesday. So this is a question on conditional probability. Here we are going to use two formulas to solve this problem. Number one is probability of not A equal to 1 minus probability of A. A is an event. Okay, so the opposite of event A is not A. Okay, the relationship between the two is probability of not A equal to 1 minus probability of A. For example, probability that it will not rain on Monday is equal to 1 minus probability that it will rain on Monday. Okay, another formula we are going to use here is called theorem of total probability. Okay, given conditions. Okay, we have two conditions here. Okay, A and B, these are the two conditions. Okay, these two conditions are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Mutually exclusive means the two events cannot happen at the same time. For example, sitting in a class is an event. Running on the field is another event. Okay, John is sitting in a class, event A. Okay, event B, John is running on the field. These two events cannot happen at the same time, so they are mutually exclusive. Another example is it's raining today. Event A, it is not raining today. Event B. So these are two mutually exclusive events. They cannot happen at the same time. Okay, and these two events are even exhaustive. They are exhaustive. Is either it rains or it does not rain. There's no other option. So they are exhaustive event. Okay, so let's come back to this question. We are going to start with definition of event. Let Rm be the event rain on Monday. Rt, it will rain on Tuesday. Rw, it will rain on Wednesday. Nm, there is no rain on Monday. Nt, there is no rain on Tuesday. Now from the question, we are given the probability that it will rain on Monday, which is 70%. Okay, it can be converted to 0.7 in decimal form. Now the probability that it will not rain on Monday should be 1 minus 0.7, which is 0.3. Okay, we are also given some conditional probabilities in this question. The probability that it will rain on Tuesday, given that there was rain on Monday, is equal to 0.8. Okay, the probability that it will rain on Wednesday, given that there was rain on Tuesday, is 0.8 also. Okay, we got this one from the question. So the probability that it will rain on Tuesday, given that there was no rain on Monday is 0.6. And the probability that it will rain on Wednesday, given that there was no rain on Tuesday, is 0.6. Okay, so these conditional probabilities are given from the question. Now, we don't know anything about the probability that it will rain on Tuesday. Okay, so we can use the total, the law of total probability to get it. The probability that it will rain on Tuesday is equal to the probability that it will rain on Tuesday, given that there was rain on Monday, okay, times the condition, which is probability that it will rain on Monday, plus probability that it will rain on Tuesday, knowing that there was no rain on Monday, times probability that no rain on Monday. Okay, the first one is 0.8 times 0.7 plus 0.6 times 0.3. Okay, multiply and add, that's 0.56 plus 0.18. Okay, final answer is 0.74. So this is the probability that it will rain on Tuesday. So from there we can get the probability that it will not rain on Tuesday, which is 1 minus the probability that it will rain. That's 1 minus 0.74, which will give us 0.26. Okay, now to answer the question, the probability of rain on Wednesday, we are still using the theorem of total probability to get this. Okay, the probability that it will rain on Wednesday equal to probability that it will rain on Wednesday, given that there was rain on Tuesday, times probability that there was rain on Tuesday, plus probability that it will rain on Wednesday, given that there was no rain on Tuesday, times probability of no rain on Tuesday. Okay, so we can do substitution. It is 0.8 times 0.74 plus 0.6 times 0.26. Okay, multiply and add, that's 0.592 plus 0.156. Okay, so the final answer is 0.748, which represent the probability that it will rain on Wednesday. Thank you. Like, comment, share and subscribe. You're welcome.